Imagine this a convent, centuries old, shrouded in mist and mystery. By day, it's a serene place of prayer and devotion. But by night whispers echo through the halls, candles flicker without cause, and a figure dressed as a nun, but with hollow eyes, watches from the shadows. This isn't a movie plot. These are the chilling tales whispered through history, stories of nuns who turned to the darkness, and perhaps something far worse. Are you brave enough to uncover the truth behind these sinister legends? Stay until the end, because what we're about to reveal will make you question everything you thought you knew about good and evil. And don't forget to tell us, do you think these stories are real, or just our deepest fears coming to life? 1. The Loudun Possessions. Let's start with the most infamous case, the Loudun Possessions. In 1634, a convent in France became the epicenter of what many called a demonic plague. The nuns claimed they were tormented by malevolent spirits summoned by a local priest named Urbain Grandier. Eyewitness accounts described the nuns convulsing, screaming in languages they didn't know, and even levitating. But what's even more chilling? During the exorcisms, some of the nuns whispered dark secrets about the priest's secrets no one else could have known. Grandier was tried, tortured, and burned at the stake. But was he truly guilty, or was the convent itself a vessel for something far darker? To this day, visitors to Loudun report hearing anguished screams in the wind and seeing shadowy figures in the ruins of the old convent. 2. The Meowing Nuns of France. Next, we travel to another convent in medieval France, where something even more bizarre occurred. One day, a nun began meowing, yes, meowing like a cat. Soon, the entire convent was overtaken. Dozens of nuns began howling and clawing at the walls, claiming they were possessed by feline spirits sent by the devil. The local villagers, terrified, called in the clergy, who believed the nuns had broken their sacred vows and opened themselves to demonic influence. The convent was exorcised, but what caused this eerie phenomenon? Psychologists today might call it mass hysteria, but the locals had another explanation. They believed the devil himself had taken the form of a black cat to torment the nuns. And even centuries later, people living near the convent claimed to hear strange meows in the dead of night. 3. The Nun of Monza. Now, let's delve into the story of Sister Mariana de Leyva, the infamous nun of Monza. In 16th century Italy, Sister Mariana took her vows, but instead of leading a pious life, she was consumed by dark desires. She began an illicit affair, but that was only the beginning. Soon, her name was linked to the deaths of multiple individuals, including members of her own convent. Locals whispered that Sister Mariana had made a pact with the devil, offering her soul in exchange for power and freedom. After her arrest, it was said that her cell was haunted by her spirit, her eyes glowing red in the darkness. And today, visitors to the Monza convent swear they've seen her figure roaming the halls, her black habit blending into the shadows. And one last thing before you close this video. Take a moment to listen to the silence around you, because if you hear a faint whisper, you might not be alone. We've uncovered stories that defy explanations of possession, hysteria, and dark pacts. But what do these stories really mean? Were these nuns victims of their own minds, or did they truly open themselves to forces beyond our understanding? And here's where you come in. Do you think these stories are just myths, exaggerated over time? Or could there be some truth hidden in the shadows? Let us know in the comments, because sometimes the scariest thing is not knowing where the truth ends and the fear begins.